What's going on, everyone? Daniel here. I want to get on here today and talk about something that I've been really into recently, something I've been recommending to a lot of people around me recently, and that is magnesium bicarbonate. You may or may not have heard of this before, and I have mine here, which, not that it's anything special to look at, it just looks like water, but it's a very powerful supplement. And I'm sure you've heard of people supplementing magnesium before, and there's a lot of different kinds of magnesium supplements, too many to list. Unfortunately, most of these magnesium supplements are useless, if not harmful. And when you look into magnesium bicarbonate, it's actually a very interesting substance that's different than something like magnesium citrate, magnesium oxide, a lot of these magnesium supplements that you see people taking frequently. Magnesium bicarbonate is actually a salt, and it used to be in pristine drinking water. And after the Industrial Revolution, and as a result of acid rain, it's no longer in our drinking water anymore. Magnesium bicarbonate, when you drink it, it's very easily absorbed in the small intestine. Magnesium is a super important one. I think it's responsible or important in a prerequisite for about 300 enzymatic functions. And if you don't know, enzymatic functions are basically, enzymes are basically catalysts to create cellular functions. So if you don't have magnesium, your cells are not functioning properly. Okay? Let me say that again. If you do not have magnesium, your cells are not functioning properly. Okay? If your cells aren't functioning properly, you are not functioning properly. You're made up of cells. Everything you do is a result of cellular function. Okay, so you can kind of get what I'm saying here is that magnesium is super important, and having a good magnesium source is super important. Okay, and I like this one so much is because it's so absorbable. It's so available to the body, and the body will absorb it. Okay. Another thing I'd like to add is that you say, oh, well, Daniel, I took a blood test and my magnesium levels are fine. Okay, you just measured the amount of magnesium in your blood. Okay, that doesn't tell you the magnesium amount that's in your tissues, which is the actual important number to look at. You can't do that easily with a test. Okay, magnesium since it's required for a lot of cellular functions, it's has a high burn rate. And especially in our modern world, because the more stress you have, the higher your magnesium burn rate will be. That's why it's so important to have something like this. I'm swinging on this stuff daily at the moment because stress depletes magnesium, EMFs deplete magnesium, coffee, alcohol, exercise. If you're alive right now, if you're watching this video, you should be taking magnesium. I can almost guarantee it. And I'm sure if you're watching this video, you would prefer to have the best available form of magnesium. And I'm not selling this. Okay, this stuff is insanely cheap. You do have to make it. I may or may not make a video on how to make magnesium bicarbonate. There's a lot of them out there. It's a very simple process. Basically, you take a substance called magnesium hydroxide, which is a white powder. You put it into soda water, you shake it, you put it back in the fridge, you take it out, you shake it again 30 minutes later, put it back in the fridge, and then it should end up being clear, and that means that the magnesium hydroxide, the chemical reaction has occurred, and the magnesium hydroxide has now become the liquid magnesium bicarbonate, which is only available in liquid form. Magnesium bicarbonate, you cannot buy it in a pill, you cannot buy it as a powder, you have to make it, and it is a liquid. So again, let me just list off some things for magnesium deficiency. If you have muscle cramps, if you have an under eye twitch consistently, if you're having trouble sleeping, if you have headaches, if you're having hormonal issues, body odor, even some skin issues. If you have any of those things, 99% of the time, I would bet money that you have a magnesium deficiency. And again, don't go test your blood for magnesium, because the amount of magnesium in your blood is irrelevant to what's important, and that's the magnesium that's actually in your cells and in your tissues. Okay, so if you want magnesium in your cells and your tissues, this is what you need. Like I said, it's very cheap. You can just type in magnesium hydroxide. A lot of places sell it, and then you can watch a video on how to make it yourself. But cheers. And other than that, I don't really have anything to say. Okay, this is a substance I highly recommend. And other than that, we'll see you in the next one, guys. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.